Well, it's always good to have the gentleman from down the road at AutoNation Toyota Irvine. Of course, Ephraim and Steve are here today, and we got a lot to talk about, so welcome.
As always,
Yes.
Thank you for welcoming
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned that although I didn't see it on the website, that I know Toyota has their sales event coming up soon.
That's right.
We were trying to think of the slogan that they use, but neither one of us could.
Yeah, Toyota-thon currently,
Yeah,
right?
Toyota-thon,
Yeah. They do have some wonderful incentives and leases on the cars, and especially the 19s that are cycling out. Already have big incentives on the 2020 Camry right now.
Oh, really? Already? Wow.
And the Corolla.
Wow.
The Corolla has been a 2020 redesign all summer long. So yeah, we've got lots of
That's
incentives on
fantastic.
that.
Well, I was at the car show, and they did have the new Highlander Hybrid. However, the 2021 wasn't. It was there, but you couldn't look at it. I mean, you could look at it, but you couldn't touch it.
Right.
Because it was. They said it was
What'd
a
you think?
prototype. Well, it looked great, but you couldn't see the interior, which I know that's where the big change is.
Right.
So
You didn't notice the exterior redo as well?
Oh yeah, that I could see.
It looked different, huh?
Yeah, but unfortunately they had it all locked up. They actually had a little sign, "Don't try and open."
Yeah. Well,
but that'll come out really soon.
So then the incentives right now on a full stock of the 19 Highlander right now is enormous. I've never seen a Highlander with the amount of rebate and customer incentives. It's huge. And I think I've got last night 89 of them in stock. So
maybe I'll talk to you.
And it's a nice car. So the 20 won't be around till really January,
February.
It'll be a while.
Yeah.
So we stocked up for the holiday.
Hey, one thing I want to mention on here, and I just looked at this on the Toyota website, but this is probably important to people who have hybrids. They're always wondering about the battery.
That's right.
Well, right now I'm looking on it. There's a 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty on the battery.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
And this is just hot off the press. This is something they came out with, where they decided that every car with hybrid synergy drive configuration for the battery, that in California will have a 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty on that. That's unprecedented. Nobody has that. And when Toyota puts a warranty like that on the hybrid electric part of the whole car, that just means anything that fails there is covered. And really what that means too is that it's bulletproof. Nothing's ever going to happen.
And it says right here, make sure to see Steve about that when you bring it in.
Steve, I mean,
like that little extra.
Did they inaugurate you on that?
They did.
Because that's crazy.
So 10 years, 150,000 miles is an absolute phenomenal warranty on that. And we've actually had some of our Priuses that we see at 300,000 miles, and we've never changed the batteries out.
Wow.
So it's
Seriously?
pretty,
That's
the
very
technology
impressive.
that Toyota has is far beyond.
Now, let me ask you, and just out of curiosity, when you have a hybrid, when you have those batteries over a certain amount of time, do they hold a charge the same? It's like any battery on your phone. After a year or two, it doesn't hold the charge about the same time.
That's a great question.
And I'm really curious on that.
So there's not really a lot of depletion of the battery. More so, we have questions more about the plugins.
Okay.
Because the plugins will actually say that they'll get 25 miles for that first plug-in. What happens is that measures a database of how you drive the car. So that can actually deplete, and people think, I've got a problem with my battery. You really don't. It's basically measuring the data, and indicative of how you drive the car will tell you how far you can get. On the regular Prius, without the plug-in or the hybrids, the number one thing that you have to do every once in a while, about maybe every 50,000 miles, is clean the cooling fan. Because the battery has to stay cool. So when that cooling fan, there's a little blower motor in the back where the battery section sits, that has to be cleaned because that'll pick up the lint from the carpet. If you throw any pillows back there, we've seen them actually plugged. That'll deplete the battery, and that'll cause the battery to overheat. And that's what takes a battery out, is the heat.
Okay, so is that,
interesting?
Since you talked about pillows or stuff in your car, where is the intake of that cooling fan then?
So the intake is two places. On the Prius C, it's right by the seat, the back seat.
Oh, okay.
And on the regular Priuses, it's in the pillar on the back side. You'll see a screen, and that's where it'll actually pick up, and it gets its ventilation, and there's tubing, and there's a blower motor that goes in and goes over the top of the hybrid battery. It actually circulates around, and that's what cools the top of the battery. That's when the battery gets
So
its
this is similar to your return vent in a home.
Absolutely.
You got to keep that clean.
You got to keep that clean.
Yeah. And you know how like we liken the battery on this car like to our cell phone battery. They tell us to run it down completely before you set that next charge, especially in the beginning, because it's creating this memory system that then will allow for the battery to last longer. Those things don't really exist in the car battery.
Yeah.
These are way more sophisticated, and it's really cool. And for whatever reason, Toyota decided to just completely up the ante and offer that 150,000 mile warranty. Is just unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, that's
But remember,
amazing.
Toyota's the one that's invented all this, and all the other manufacturers that are using, you know, the previous generation hybrid systems. It's the one that Toyota sold to them that is 2 or 3 generations older already.
Yeah, that's true. How old is the Prius now?
I
forget. And you know, the original Prius.
Quite a.
2000.
Yeah.
02,
And you
01.
remember,
I mean,
it was
a long
a
time
little
ago.
sedan at first. It wasn't the hatchback you think of.
Yeah.
It was based off a different vehicle, and they
almost like a Matrix at the time.
Yes, I think
it was something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, coming up, you were telling me that AARP is having an event with you folks.
Yeah.
A kind of a driving seminar.
Yeah, they're having a safety driving course at the dealership. So we absolutely, when that came around, we said, hey, let's do this. AARP is coming in. They're going to have a classroom setting where they're going to just do a safety course, put everyone through all the nuances of just the latest road rules of the road, as well as even, I think, a little driving course that we're setting up on the dealership because we're on 26 acres. We can do this. And so we're going to be taking reservations for that. I believe it's November 11.
Okay.
At 11 o'clock, and we're
right,
taking
which is
reservations.
Veterans Day, 11/11.
Yeah, because Steve and I are going to parlay that into a technology meeting as well, because a lot of people come in.
That's good.
Yeah, let's help you with that pairing that new cell phone, or just all the little things that are on the car that you're still not using because you don't quite understand how to.
Yeah. So, Steve, on that day of driving, you're going to be out there with fogs like this?
We are. We're requesting that they don't bring golf carts, and they can't bring motorcycles.
Okay, they can't bring
their car.
It'll
you know,
be fun.
The technology part, I think, is really good. I don't care what age you are.
Yep.
You know, even on my car, I've had it for 2 years. I think the other day, figured out something like, I didn't know it did that. Or it doesn't matter what brand, what make, what model. There's so much on cars nowadays that sometimes you just, you know, but who reads the manual? I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
It's that thick, and you know.
And the neat thing at Toyota, they have little YouTube segments that are a couple minutes long that show you how to just do everything. But then taking time to do that, most people don't know.
Right.
You know, having someone instruct you personally and walk you through all the operation and allow you to actually do some of these things yourself, that's how it's easier and better to learn that way.
Right.
And I mean, heck, come in, we're going to have some food and drink as well, and we're going to make it a fun day. I mean,
it will be.
Yeah, it's around the Thanksgiving, and I know you're ready for Halloween with that tie on.
I am. There we go.
You're popping. I love that. But I mean, it's that time of year where it's time to get together and let's just remember the important things.
Yeah, certainly.
It is
Steve, I know you folks have the specials on the tires. Buy 3 and get 1.
Buy 3, get 1 free. Absolutely. We're running that till the end of October. So please come on in and take advantage of that. It's a great offer.
It is.
And, you know, you were talking about the radios and the electronics and stuff. One of the things that we're seeing that these people, when the customer doesn't really understand the text messaging when you're driving down the road and you get it.
Yes.
We can actually program the phones now with the radio system itself to where when you're at a stop, you can actually click the button and you can read the text message instead of pulling your phone out.
Yeah.
Because you know when that thing dings, you know everybody wants to grab it and they take their eyes off the road.
Nope.
You can actually come to a stop at a signal light, hit the read button, and it'll literally voicemail the text message to you. And we're seeing that a lot where customers are coming in going, can I take advantage? You can take advantage of that. We will set that up for you.
Yeah,
so
that's an important thing.
When you bring it in,
it is.
We'll do it.
Our friends at the CHP don't want you pulling out your phone.
They do not.
Yes.
Not only that, but more importantly, you know how everybody is a distracted driver today. And that is just, it's terrible. No one's even looking at the road. And you can see when someone is more worried about their phone than they are the road or the guy
Yeah.
in front of them. And oh boy, I don't want to be
true.
around them. And it's just, and that's one of the reasons on that AARP that, you know, I don't want to bring that back up, but yeah, I mean,
So
that's
do they
important.
need to register for that or just come in?
I'd
or-
like RSVP,
Okay.
so please, we've got our number up, we've got an
Okay.
email up, call me.
Okay.
Call me, call Steve, my direct line is always there. Just let me know you want to come in and I'll put your name down. It doesn't, obviously there's no charge at all. I
Yeah,
wouldn't charge
I'd
for
take
that.
advantage of that.
Yeah.
And again, the tire special is there, and we're just about out of time, but I want to remind folks that if you want to check out your vehicle for any recall notices, you know, these guys are on top of it. It doesn't
Thank
matter if your Toyota is 1 year old or 15 years old.
That's right.
They want you to be safe. And if you're unsure, you know, they'll help you out with that. You can go online and check, but if you're not familiar how to do that, they'll help you out with that.
That's right. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Stan.
All right.
I appreciate that. It's really
Gentlemen,
important.
always good to see you.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
thank
Take
Good to
care.
hear.
I'll see you in a soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Thank
happy
you.
Halloween. I probably won't see you before then.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.